Alright, let's talk about Japan. Specifically, let's talk about the people. If you've spent any time online, or maybe just watched a few movies, you might have a certain image in your head of what a Japanese girl is like. Maybe it's the shy, reserved type, or perhaps the super cute anime-inspired character. But honestly, that's like saying everyone from your home country fits one single mold. It's just not true. Living here for years, you really start to see the incredible spectrum of personalities, styles, and life goals. It's way more diverse than the simple stereotypes suggest. Based on my observations, hanging out, making friends, and yes, navigating the dating scene, I've started to notice some recurring patterns. I've identified what I'd call roughly 10 distinct archetypes. Now, this isn't some scientific study, okay? This is just my take, my personal observation from being on the ground. It's definitely not exhaustive, and people are complex. They don't always fit neatly into boxes. But thinking about these different types can help challenge those simplistic ideas and show just how varied things really are here. So, let's dive in and explore some of these different facets. First up, we have a type that's pretty well known, even outside of Japan, though maybe not by this specific name. We're talking about the Bari-Kyari. This is the type known for exaggeratedly cute mannerisms. Think high-pitched voices, overly cutesy gestures, maybe a little head tilt. They often display behavior that seems quite childish, even when they are well into adulthood. It's a personality type you encounter fairly often, especially in certain social settings or industries. While it can be charming initially, some people find it can potentially become a bit tiresome in longer conversations. It often feels less like a natural expression and more like a deliberate effort or a practiced tactic. It's a performance, in a way, designed to elicit a certain reaction. Whether it's genuine or not is up for debate, but the style itself is definitely a recognizable archetype. Next, we move to something quite different, the tsundere archetype. This term comes from anime and manga, but it describes a real-world personality pattern you see. Exemplified by a cold or standoffish exterior, especially when you first meet them. They rarely crack a smile initially, and might seem a bit distant or even prickly. But the core of the tsundere is that this tough shell masks a warm heart beneath the exterior. Once you get to know them, they can be incredibly kind and caring. They often possess a fierce, confident, and sometimes stubborn streak. This type definitely appeals to those who appreciate a challenge and enjoy breaking through someone's initial defenses. It's a rewarding experience when that warm side finally emerges. Moving on, we have the Seijunya type. This is often considered the classic pure image. They embody natural beauty, often preferring minimal makeup and simple styles. Modesty is a key characteristic. They tend to be reserved and graceful. This is often seen as the traditional image of a Japanese woman, embodying timeless virtues. It's a type that remains popular across generations, appealing to both older and younger people. They strike a lovely balance of charm and maturity. There's a quiet strength and elegance to the Seijunya. It's a refreshing contrast to more overtly flashy styles. Now let's talk about a type that directly challenges the passive stereotype, the Nikushoku or carnivorous girls. These women are bold and assertive, especially when it comes to dating and pursuing relationships. They are the complete opposite of the shy, waiting to be asked out image. They are not deterred by rejection. They know what they want and they go for it. This is a type that seems to be on the rise, particularly in urban areas. It reflects changing attitudes and greater confidence among some women. Meeting a Nikushoku can be surprising if you're expecting the traditional dynamic. They take the lead, which can be refreshing or intimidating, depending on your own personality. Next up is the Gyaru style, which is more about fashion and subculture. Characterized by distinctive looks like blonde or brown-dyed hair. They often wear heavy makeup, sometimes with tan skin. Carrying designer brand bags is also a common element of the look. While it was hugely popular in the past, it's acknowledged as a fading trend overall. You don't see them in the same numbers you might have 10 or 20 years ago. However, this style is still visible in certain areas, particularly youth culture hubs like Harajuku and Shibuya. It represents a period of rebellion and distinct fashion identity. Even if less common now, the gyaru left a significant mark on Japanese street-style history. Shifting gears entirely, we have the career-driven business girls. For these women, their priority is work, often above almost everything else. This type is increasingly common, especially in major urban centers like Tokyo or Osaka. They are dedicated, ambitious, and focused on climbing the corporate ladder or succeeding in their chosen field. They often work incredibly long hours, including weekends, which is unfortunately still common in Japanese corporate culture. Their professional identity is central to who they are. Finding time for relationships or other pursuits can be a real challenge for them. Present the modern, independent woman navigating a demanding work environment. In contrast to the career woman, we have the homely type. The primary focus and dream is often marriage and building a family. They prioritize creating a comfortable home and being a supportive partner. The dream is often to become a dedicated housewife. They may seek financial stability from their partners, valuing security in a marriage. Some are very proactive about this goal and join marriage agencies early in life. They are often skilled in domestic arts like cooking and cleaning. This archetype represents a more traditional path, still valued by many. Now, this is a type that gets talked about a lot, sometimes with a bit of controversy: the gaijin hunters. These are women who actively seek relationships specifically with foreigners. Their motivations can vary quite a bit. Potential reasons include genuine curiosity about different cultures and backgrounds. Another common motivation is the desire to practice English or another foreign language. Sometimes it might be driven by bragging rights among their friends, having a foreign partner. Or it could be a preference for perceived differences in personality or relationship dynamics compared to Japanese men. From my perspective, I'd advise a bit of caution here. It's important to understand their motivations and ensure you're not just fulfilling a stereotype or expectation they have about foreigners. Make sure there's a genuine connection beyond just your nationality. This next archetype is the mama's girls, and this is a significant cultural point. These women are deeply connected to their mothers. They spend significant time with their mothers, often shopping together, traveling, or just hanging out. This close bond can sometimes complicate relationships, especially for foreigners who might not be used to such a dynamic. The mother's relationship often takes priority, and her opinion can hold significant weight. Getting along with the mother can be crucial for the relationship's success. Reflects a strong emphasis on family ties in Japanese culture. Understanding and respecting this bond is key if you get involved with someone like this. Finally, we have the globalized type. These are women who have often lived abroad for a significant period, perhaps for study or work. They have embraced different cultural influences and perspectives. They often showcase a unique blend of styles, ideas, and ways of thinking. They might be more direct in communication or have different views on work-life balance. Their experiences living outside Japan have shaped them in distinct ways. They bridge cultural gaps and often have a broader worldview. This type is becoming more common as travel and international education increase. So there you have it, 10 different archetypes I've observed during my time here. Again, these are just observations, my personal take on some recurring patterns I've noticed. People are complex, and many individuals might blend characteristics from several of these types. The main takeaway is that the reality of Japanese women is far, far more complex and varied than any single stereotype could ever capture. From the overtly cute to the fiercely independent, the traditional to the globally minded, the diversity is immense. Hopefully, this gives you a slightly richer picture and helps break down some of those simplistic ideas. It's a fascinating country with fascinating people, and appreciating that diversity is part of the journey. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, Share it with your friends and let us know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for more interviews and exciting content.